Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Oh, there I go. Okay, let me turn my volume down. Welcome. You know, I have to watch myself. Because if I don't watch me, who else will? All right, you guys. Let me play my little intro. I had to change the music on my little intro because, it was the Young Blue song. And my brother's calling me right now, and I can't talk to him right now. He would wait until literally 8 o'clock to call me. All right, let me play my little intro, and then I'm going to get started. All right. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my little channel, Organized Chaos. Today, before I get started, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you like and share. I'd appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to two of the content creators recently, Saki Speaks and Hear Her TV. They shouted me out, and I got a few new subscribers because of them. So I appreciate you, ladies, so much. I do watch a couple of different content creators. I just don't always talk in the chat. I look, but I don't always know sometimes what's going on. So I kind of keep my opinions to myself until I know exactly what's going on. But welcome to my little channel and to my little space. This is one of my Road to 50 updates. I was going to do this at like 5 o'clock this afternoon, but I'm about to tell you guys why I could not do it. Y'all know I be struggle streaming. I got a comment. It's Sunday. Hey, Sunday girl. Hey, Sunday. Okay, so listen. So Sunday, this is just gonna be me and you talking right now, unless somebody else come in. Okay. So I know Sunday you've been following me on my Road to 50 journal, and you know that I had a surgery on Tuesday to remove my implants. Listen. First of all, that's why I couldn't go live today at 5 o'clock, because before you can have surgery, you have to take your nails off of these two fingers. And so in my head, I'm like, who just is going to take two nails off? Just take all of the nails off. And then I was going to go live at 5 o'clock, and I was like, who's going live without their nails being done? Not this girl. So I had to go get my nails done. The vanity of it all. True story though. I couldn't go live before I had to go get my nails done. All right, so we're not going to be here forever Sunday. But I did want to talk about what happened. So Tuesday I went in to get the implants removed. I had on my right side, I had it was encapsulated, or so I thought. Sunday say, girl, what we talking about? My nails, girl. What we not gonna do is be out here in these YouTube streets looking crazy without my nails done. And I'm still a little loopy and tired from the medications, but I did stop taking the pain pills. I have a really high tolerance for pain, and I never want to get addicted to pain pills. So I think I took my last pain pill early this morning, and I'm just gonna thug it out. I'm just going to finish the antibiotics that I got to take, and I'm going to thug the rest of it out because I'm not about to keep taking them pain pills. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you the story. Sunday. Let me tell you the story. Okay, so Tuesday I go in. I had to be there at like 7 o'clock in the morning. They prep me, do all of the things. I had to take my medications in, blah, 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 blah. So when I wake up from surgery, um, the doctor's not there when you wake up. I had my follow-up appointment yesterday, and then I have another one next week. So yesterday, when I went in to see him, remember I told you my right side was bothering me and it was encapsulated? Girl, it had busted. Who knew? So I had silicone implants. And the silicone implants, I have the newer type of silicone implants where if they bust, they still stay together and they don't migrate throughout your body. But oh, hi Violet, how are you? It's a pleasure to have you here. I gotta catch you up, Violet. You haven't been here. Welcome to my channel. I am Organized Chaos. So yeah, I had an operation on Tuesday, Violet. I am on my road to 50, and I have had implants for 12 years. And the right side of my implants was bothering me. Like, it was bothering me so much. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. And like, if I lifted my arms, you could tell that the shape of one was different than the shape of the other one. Now, mind you, and this is what's interesting, Sunday, when you say who knew, this is what's interesting about me having my implants. Once I got the implants, I had to have mammograms every 6 months because they saw something, not even on the right side where it was encapsulated. They saw something on the left side. And so they had just been monitoring my left breast because they saw something, but it never turned into anything. Mind you, this whole time, the right side was busted. And I didn't know. But come to find out, that's what was causing me so much discomfort. Yes, thank you, Violet. It wasn't bad. So the surgery to remove them was about 2 hours. He removed them and he lifted up my little babies, A's or B's that I have. So I'm going to show you guys like a before, because I took a before when I gave you guys an update about my weight last week, and I'm going to show you an after. And the way that they are now, he's telling me that like this is not going to be it. So like now I have a huge gap. I can't show you, but it's like a huge gap in the middle of my chest. I'm like, we got to bring them girls. Them girls need to come together in the middle. So he told me that they just have to fall naturally, and that's going to take some time. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you my before and the after so you can see I was a D with the implants, and after the implants, I'm somewhere between a A/B, but I won't know until they settle in. So let me share my screen. And you all know I'll be struggle streaming. Okay, so the thumbnail is, hey, Amanda. Hey, girl. Hey, Amanda. Yes, I am so glad that I got them out. I'm so glad. Listen, I'm going to tell everybody this. What was so discouraging to me when he told me that yesterday was that, again, I have been getting, hey, Scarlett girl. Scarlett, you need some butter to open up. Me and Scarlett can have a whole conversation over here. Okay, so look, what was so discouraging about him telling me that yesterday is that I've literally had the mammograms every 6 months since I've had implants. Every 6 months for 12 years, which means I've had 24 mammograms, and nobody told me that something was wrong with my implant. Actually, whenever I go in to get the mammogram, all of the ladies are like, they're so pretty. Who did them? And now I want to go pop all of them upside their head. Like, y'all, the right one was busted. And the only thing that I can think would bust them, if you have implants, you know this is true, and it's the most uncomfortable thing about a mammogram, is they have to basically squeeze your breast tissue and push the mammogram, the implant back, so that they can just get your breast tissue to smush in between that very uncomfortable machine. That's really the I'm like, so a part of me was like, girl, was you having some really rough sex somewhere? No. But I thought about it and I was like, nope, that's not it. That's not it. It's got to be the mammograms. That's the only, like, what else would have bust them but those mammograms, right? All right. So the thumbnail that I did today, this is literally Tuesday, as soon as I got home from the surgery center. You can tell because I still have those cushion things in my top. And there's a little tinge of residual blood there. So I'm gonna scroll up and I'm gonna show you guys a before and an after. So I think this before picture is Monday or Sunday. It's one day. It's a current picture. So those are D's that we're looking at over here. And this over here, minus the tissue, is somewhere between an A and a B. And what's interesting about these, I remember when I told you guys, I don't know when they're going to like come together and be best friends again, because right now they're not friends. They're separated. And there's a lot of tissue on the side. And he said that will settle and they'll fill out more later. But I just want to give God all of the glory in this moment publicly for allowing me to listen to myself and the strong voice that he put inside of me to remove those implants. Because, and I'll tell you this too, the doctor said nothing wrong would have happened if I would have left the implant in the way that it was. They even told me that when you leave implants in, so I remember telling you guys about Sunday said a A, B minus. Right. It's going to be somewhere in there. I don't even care, Sunday. At this point, listen, I'm pushing 50. My hot girl season, I can be a hot older female. I'm cool with that. But the hot girl with the busted boobs is not a part of the plan. And I don't ever want to have to go back to a plastic surgeon ever in my life. We're going to make this the last time. Yeah, because it's just throwing money out the window. And let me tell y'all what else had happened. Listen, I asked him if I could keep them. I really did. I was like, can I keep them? I paid for them. He said that I could not keep them because some type of Laura rules or FDA rules, they have to send them back and they have to dispose of them or burn them up. I was like, all the money I paid for them things, I should be able to keep them because I was going to keep them and I was going to squish them and show them to y'all. I was going to show y'all what they look like. But he would not let me keep them. I was not happy. That was a lot of money not to be able to keep your implants. So if you ever have implants and you want to keep them, you can't. All right. Okay, so I told you I'm not going to be here forever because I am tired. I've been still not. I went and got my nails done. I was falling asleep getting my nails done, but I wanted to come live while it was still fresh. But I did want to share this with you. So there are a lot of different types of implants. Some of these I have never heard of. When I got my implants, there were only two options that I had. I could have got silicone and I could have got saline. Let me tell y'all honestly, the reason that I did not get saline implants was Toni Braxton. Do y'all remember when Toni Braxton had that mishap and her implant busted and her whole boob just went flat? Do y'all remember that? Or is it just me? Listen, Tony Braxton had some implants back in the day and it busted. And the saline, it doesn't hurt your body, but she had to immediately go get hers fixed. Yeah. So I didn't want that one. So saline implants are, you remember it Sunday? I remember that. I was like, oh girl, don't do that. Don't do that. That was not a good look. So I didn't get the saline implants, and then they have these ones called structured saline breast implants. I guess they filled the saline with water. I didn't get those. I got the straight up silicone breast implants. And these were, by the time I got my implants, they had redesigned them, because back in the day, a lot of women who had silicone breast implants, the silicone would start migrating through their body and causing them health issues. So by the time I got my silicone breast implants, they were making better implants. So I just got the straight up silicone breast implants. Then they have these ones called gummy bear breast implants, because they maintain their shape even when the implant shell is broken. I don't know if I got that one or the gummy bears. Whichever one I got, I still had a shape, but I could tell that my shape was not normal, because it had like if I lifted up my right arm, underneath the breast, it was like a shelf. It was flat. Whereas if I lifted up this arm, it was rounded underneath. But under my right arm, it was literally like flat, like a shelf. In my head, I thought maybe the implant had flipped around or something. I never once thought it had busted. I did not know until he told me yesterday. Because once you wake up from the surgery, the doctor doesn't come into the room. You don't see him until I saw him at my follow-up yesterday. So these are just all of the different breast implants. I'm not going to read all of those to you. And then this I did want to read to you guys, because he told me, and a lot of the information that I'm reading online is also saying the same thing, but I'm still cautious and I'm still glad that I took them out. Because so it says that a ruptured silicone breast implant can cause breast pain. I was in pain, or changes in the contour or shape of the breast. I had a straight up shelf underneath. Um, However, ruptured silicone breast implants aren't thought to cause breast cancer, reproductive problems, or connective tissue disease such as rheumatoid arthritis. My problem with this sentence is aren't thought. They aren't thought. So you don't know. You just don't think so. No, no, ma'am. No, sir. I'm very glad that I did what I did and took mine out. When a silicone breast ruptures, it might go unnoticed because the silicone tends to remain trapped in the surrounding tissue. That's what happened to me. I had no idea that it had ruptured. This is known as a silent rupture. It's possible, however, for the tissue to become irritated and swollen. Additional scar tissue might also form. I am thinking that that's why. Remember, I told you it was encapsulated? That is very well why there was more encapsulation happening and the hardening of my right side because of the rupture. But again, this is the part that I really don't understand. Why did no technician in the mammogram office notice it? Why did no one say something like, girl, your boobie is hard. Girl, something might be wrong. Like, no, like again, if I'm having a mammogram every 6 months, and nobody is noticing how different these two sides of my body are, that's weird to me. Amanda says, I wonder how common ruptures are. Honestly, Amanda, I think they are very, very common, because remember, my young self didn't want to get silicone because of saline because of Tony Braxton's rupture. And then now, if we're moving into the silicone rupture, unless it bothers you, like mine was bothering me, you could very well have a rupture and not know that you have a rupture. And the scary part, well, hey, Foxy, welcome to the chat. But the scary part is they're saying, remember I highlighted this? However, ruptured silicone breast implants aren't thought to cause. So until they study them more, until they have people who probably pass away with these ruptured implants, we don't know. We really don't know what's going to happen. The old silicone used to cause problems for sure. So, what changed other than that the new silicone doesn't migrate throughout your body, that it doesn't cause you some type of problems? And think about this. I think about this a lot. My girl Wendy Williams. Do y'all pay attention to Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams is having a whole lot of health issues. I'm not sure. I know she has lymphedema and a couple of other things, and I know she does drink. However, you can't tell me that her boobs are not the cause of some of her problems. Her boobs are way bigger than the FDA allows. And when you got boobs that big, you can't tell me that she hasn't had some type of rupture or something happening. And I don't know her, so I don't know what type of maintenance that she's had on her boobs, but I would think that too could be causes of some of the issues that Wendy might be having. So a lot of these, and you know something else that my doctor told me yesterday, because I asked him, I said, well, what happens if I know I have a 20-year warranty? What would have happened if I didn't do anything for 20 years? He said, and the nurse said, as long as nothing's wrong, you can just keep them in. I didn't like that answer. I didn't like that answer. I feel like any type of foreign object that is in your body needs to be maintained after a certain amount of time. So because I have these foreign objects in my body, as long as it doesn't bother me, it's okay. That don't make no sense to me. I got cavities in my teeth, and my dentist still checks on those cavities from time to time because they start chipping away, right? They get older, and you might need to replace those cavities. So you mean to tell me a whole foreign object inside of your body doesn't need to be maintained? That's a little suspect for me. Just a little bit. So I just thought that was interesting. All right. So, it's possible, however, for the tissue to become irritated and swollen. Additional scar tissue might also form. That is exactly what was happening to me. The scar tissue. This can cause problems in the breast, including pain, soreness, and swelling. I wasn't swollen, but I did have pain. Changes in the size or the shape. The shape, I had a flat shelf. I had a round boob. Lumps. I could feel the lumps on the right side of my chest, and it was hardening as well. If you have silicone breast implants and suspect that an implant might have ruptured, I didn't know. That's my thing right here, y'all. Amanda says they should do ultrasounds routinely to check if all is okay. Amanda, guess what? They did. I went in every 6 months. That's what's scaring me right now. Everybody doesn't listen to their bodies. Yes, I am vain. I got implants, but I also knew enough to know something was wrong. Some of us are so vain that even when something is wrong, we be like, "Oh, I paid too much money for these boobs. These boobs are staying." Right? Like that's what scares me about all of this. I went in and had ultrasounds. I went in and had mammograms. Every time they would see something out of order, But you know what? I will give them this. I will say this, Amanda. They were only, the mammograms were on both sides, but the ultrasound, if I want to think back, it very likely was only on my left side because that's where they saw the spot that they were monitoring. So I might have to let them off the hook for that. I don't think they did the mammogram, I mean the ultrasound on my right side. I don't. But I still say this. The technician, as they push your implant back into your guts, she could tell it was a different feel. And like it seems like all of that would have caused just a concern, right? Ladies, this is to all my ladies. Anybody that's watching this live, anybody that's watching this on replay, I am an OG out here. When something doesn't feel right about your body, when something does not feel normal about your body, go get it checked out. Go get it checked out. Violet is saying, did it happen after your last 6-month mammogram? Violet, I kind of have been noticing it. I want to say it's been at least a year that I've noticed the difference, right? And just, and my last mammogram was in August. So I definitely noticed it in August. Definitely noticed it in August. And I know it was August because that's the mammogram. Before my plastic surgeon would take them out, I had to go get an EKG. He needed my most recent mammogram. So I just sent him the one from August, and that's the one he used. Like it didn't have to be a December or November mammogram. He used my most recent mammogram, and it wasn't from a year ago because I get them every 6 months. Yeah, like it's just weird. I think, and I just think sometimes doctors don't listen to women. I'm just gonna keep it real. Sometimes doctors don't listen to women, or they don't pay enough attention to when we tell them or when they notice that something's wrong. And I know this for a fact because recently I've been going with my mother to help kind of organize and help her with her medical appointments. And if it wasn't for me advocating for a bunch of stuff, tests that my mother has not taken in years, because this is the first time I've inserted myself in my mother's life. This is the first time. And she's 77 years old. My mother has not had all of my she doesn't even know the last time she had a mammogram, y'all. There's a lot of tests. She hasn't had a colonoscopy. There's a whole bunch of tests. They were asked, I was sitting in the room with her. They were asking her, well, do you want to take this test? And I looked at the doctor and said, yes, she does. She absolutely wants to take the test. She wants all of the tests. Run all of the tests on her. Like, how could she not want? Why is it an option for her to take these tests? Amanda says they don't listen to us. They don't pay attention to us. And then to give a 77-year-old woman an out, and if I'm not there to advocate for my mother, they're gonna just let her keep on living her best life without taking care of herself. Violet says it's from the old mindset male doctors had back in the day of diagnosing women with hysteria. It has to be. It, like, I couldn't, when I was in the doctor with her, I could not understand these options that the doctor kept asking her about. And then every time he would ask her, she would say no. And I understood her mentality of saying no because that's not just normal for her. And I'm like, girl, you going to get all of the appointments. You will be at all of these things. What are you talking about? All of this is important for your health. So it's just, ladies, we have got to stay on top of our health. When something does not feel right, raise hell about it. And if you have the ability to fix it, fix it. I am very thankful that I had the ability to fix this, because I don't care how safe this news article says it is not safe to have foreign objects in your body causing you discomfort and pain. Nobody's going to tell me that was safe. No plastic surgeon, no medical doctor, nobody. It is not safe. Let me finish this up real quick. It says, if you have silicone breast implants and suspect that an implant might have ruptured, talk to your plastic surgeon. An imaging test such as an MRI and ultrasound can show whether the implant has ruptured. I didn't even do none of that. I just took them out. And originally I was going to replace it. So I had my first consultation with my plastic surgeon last June. And for some reason, I just kind of sat on it like, are you really going to replace it? And then what's going to happen in the future? Like, girl, you about to be 50 years old. Ain't nobody got time to keep going to no plastic surgeon about some boobies. Your boobies have given life to 2 children, and you ain't having no more. Girl, let them things go. Let them go. True story. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to fix it. They can go. We have fun for 12 years. They can go. If you have a silent rupture, one that's not causing signs or symptoms, your plastic surgeon will explain possible treatment options. Some women take a wait and see approach, while others prefer to remove or replace the ruptured implant. Now, let me say this, and this is confusing to me. If one of my implants is ruptured, well, hello, Aubrey. I have no idea what that comment is, but thank you for tuning in. Um, I have, instead of replacing a rupture, my advice is just to remove it, right? Like, remove it, because what if it ruptures again? What if whatever caused it to rupture the first time will cause it to rupture again? And then you're going to have to keep paying for a plastic surgeon. And it's just like, I mean, if you balling like that, and if you don't mind going under the knife, I guess, but if you have a ruptured silicone, we spread that. Keep in mind that breast implants aren't guaranteed to last a lifetime. 20 years is the guarantee. You get a 20-year warranty on your boobies, ladies. Continue to have yearly clinical breast exams by your doctor. If there are new changes, see a plastic surgeon for monitoring and to review treatment options. So this last part right here, I think is telling me that even if you have your breast exams by your doctor, they won't notice the rupture. You got to go to your plastic surgeon. And my plastic surgeon didn't even notice the rupture until he went in and took it out. Who knew? Who knew? All right, you guys. So I will keep you updated. My doctors, I have to go back to him next week. Right now, I am taped up. So he took the bandages that I showed you in the first picture. I'll go back to that. So those white bandages, he took those out yesterday. I still have this black binder top type on, and I can finally take a shower. I couldn't take a shower until today. So I have to take a shower, but I have to face away. He doesn't want me to get water on the tape. And I have to blow dry the tape off. And then I have to put the black binder on. So I have to put that back on. And hopefully in a couple of months or so, once they hopefully come together, you know that song? Ain't that a Beatles song? Come together right now. Doom, 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 doom. Over me. Yeah. Right now, they're separated in the middle. I need them to come together. So we'll see how they fall together when they come together. And I will absolutely share it with you, because I am enjoying sharing my 50-year-old, almost 50-year-old journey. Violet says, I bet that felt good to get in the shower. I'm on my way, Violet. As soon as I get off of here, I am about to jump into the shower and I'm about to lay down and get some rest, because I am exhausted still. I think the anesthesia is finally leaving out of my system. I've been drinking lots of water. I had to take Colax because if you guys know anything, anesthesia will stop you up for days. So I think all of that stuff is finally coming out, but I am still a little bit tired from the surgery. So I'm about to jump in the shower. I'm going to lay down. And I think tomorrow I might do one of my We All Deserve to Be Remembered because I have a little girl who I would like to talk about tomorrow. And so that's it. We'll see though, because tomorrow's Christmas Eve and I'm still cooking Christmas dinner. I cooked my turkey today though, so I'm proud of that. Sunday, you singing that song with me? Come together right now. Don't over me. Dun, 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 dun. All right, everybody. I would like to thank all of the new faces in the chat. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I will be back, if not tomorrow. I'll be back right after Christmas. I'm definitely coming back before the new year. And I will see you. I want you guys to have a very merry, if you celebrate Christmas, whatever you celebrate, spend time with your family and your friends. I love you in advance. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share.